about you, but I'm always looking for ways to improve my health habits. Do you ever feel like once you get into the right groove, or is that possible? How to get into the right groove, how to make sure we stick to our health habits down the road. Our health professional, Kara Swanson, has 4 pieces of advice to share with us about how to reach our health goals, more importantly, how to make them last. Kara, I had a hard time getting that out. It's like you talk about habits and I'm just like, yeah, that. It takes about like
That's why I'm here.
Oh my gosh, does it take like 30 days to break a habit, or what's kind of the rule of thumb for amount of days to get a consistency going?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's individualized, right? And it kind of depends on what habits that you're focusing on. But yeah, I mean, you can kind of see, say the 30 days, 21, 30 days, around there. But I think the key here is to making sure that you start small. Oftentimes we have these grand ideas, and that's so great. I love the big goals, but that's where we get stuck, right? Because we have all these things and we get overwhelmed and then we quit. So instead, what you want to do is really start small. Pick a few things, right? And then you want to focus on those, and then you can build upon those. And that's going to be where you're going to be able to create that lasting change.
So give me an example, like for a part of your day that you're trying to change, that day by day by day, it's going to create better health. Like what's something we can all just kind of visualize?
Yeah. So let's take working out, for example. So another step that you want to do is you want to be really specific on what those goals are, and then you want to break it down even more. So instead of saying, oh, I want to work out, okay, but what does that look like?
Right.
I want to work out four times a week. What day are you going to do that? What time? What's your workout going to be? How long will you be working out? The more specific you are, the better, because that's the more likely that you're going to actually be able to reach those goals, and you have a clear plan, right, in place.
And then do you want to like reward yourself? Is there like something at the end of the tunnel to celebrate achievements for consistency?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely can. Let's not reward it maybe with food, right? That oftentimes we think of, but maybe it's a new pair of running shoes or something, or, a shopping trip if you're, trying to get in a different size or something like that. You know what I mean? But I think it's also just being proud of yourself, that you are creating those consistency and making those changes too.
Well, you got me thinking. Now I'm like thinking of my life and where I'm at in life, and I'm like, what do I want to work on? And you're so right. It's easy to get over ambitious, unrealistic, and then fizzle out, much like a New Year's resolution. Where are we by the time February, March rolls around, right? It might have been out the door. I love this little baby steps. One small thing you can do that you stick with, because I feel like that's where our brain kind of reconfigures, and I love the positive affirmations too. What's one thing we all just need to let go of? I mean, maybe thinking too big, but beating ourselves up if we have a hiccup in our efforts to make a healthier habit?
Yeah, I mean, being consistent is key, right? But I think a lot of times when we think of consistency, we think that means perfection. And that's where we get tripped up a lot of times, So giving yourself grace, right? This doesn't mean perfection. Just continue on, continue to make progress. And that's where you're going to be able to get your goals.
Patience and consistency. I love that. All positive ways of thinking and existing. Where can people find you?
Yeah, so my website is lifewelllive.fitness, or I'm on Instagram at Kara Swanson.
Okay, amazing to have you always bringing the great energy to our show and just living better tips.